get it? Hey.
All right. That's it.
That's how you get into it.
Yes.
What's up, Mom? Thank you for being here today. I specifically wanted to talk to you because this chapter is about love, well, specifically unconditional love. Mm-hmm. And I think through my journey, I've learned how to put myself first and love myself unconditionally.
Okay.
But you've been one of the best examples of that. When you first came out, I know for me, I'm guarded, mask up, everything perfect, don't get too much. Yeah. And she was like, one day you just put on a t-shirt and you're like, I'm gonna just be free. Like, how did that happen for you? Because I love that you do it all.
It's a process, a period of time, really, and evolution and growth. And I was finding that evolving involves elimination. The hair wrap was it's where I was at the time. It's a staple of strength, beauty, and Sankofa, remembering.
Sankofa?
Sankofa means remembering where you came from. Yeah.
I mean, I just think that's powerful because I think for me, it was a scary thing for people to see me as human. And I think more so because of my family.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and I grew up in a big family, close-knit. It was, don't do anything to disappoint the family.
Yeah.
Growing up in a family the way I did, learning how to love looked different for me. And I was just thinking about 3 a.m., this song we have, How I Even Got There. Those two relationships taught me so much about how to love differently.
Yeah.
And the lessons hurt a little bit, but I think going through it, you realize that it's never about the other person, it's really about you. Right? And I had to learn the unconditional love, and that you can love somebody so much, but unconditional love is letting them go even if they're not happy, and putting yourself first too. Not pleasing people and saying I love myself so much that I'm willing to let myself go so I can find my happiness.
That sounds like love.
Did you always know that, or was it a journey for you finding that too?
No, I mean, you just kind of find out over time. I'm just like everybody else, we learn the same things in school. And how to be in a relationship was the last thing we learned. It wasn't touched upon, so you have to go by your own experiences and really be dedicated to getting your lessons. Yeah. As opposed to feeling like a victim. Changing the something happened to me to something happened for me. And over time, you just kind of figure that out. Especially if you get tired of feeling the same way over and over again.
When you say it wasn't touched upon, it looked different for you growing up? Like in your family? How you saw love?
Yeah. I mean, I had a very loving family, but we weren't taught about man-woman relationships and how to do that. That's something you just kind of had to go out and discover for yourself and bring that back to the family.
Right.
And then they get to criticize you. That's how they go. I think most people learn that way. Very few people are fortunate enough to have parents or elders, who are teaching them the real game, the tradition of this culture of relationships. This culture of relationships is very specific because it requires you to have the same belief system. Yeah, because it's supposed to be under God that thing is possible. And where everything else fails, the two people put their faith in that. And that is where the real commitment lies. But in this culture, sometimes that part is extracted where you don't have to believe the same thing and feel the same thing. And we wonder why it doesn't have the same grip,
right?
The same glue. Because the culture requires that, And it's a lot of good women, but not a lot of good wives. Because wives,
that's a word.
if it's going to work the way we were taught,
right?
that culture has to encompass all of those things. Man, woman, God. But it's not one life fits all.
No, it's not.
That's the only way we were taught. So we feel like failures if we don't fit into those categories, right?
It's so much men and women talk, and it's like people forgot to pause and look at each other and see how we can both bring it to the table. I know growing up, watching my parents, they were loving, but I didn't ever see them hold hands. Still don't see them kiss.
Yeah.
They argued all the time.
Yeah.
Never talked and communicated.
Yeah.
So that was a really big thing for me to even and break down the wall and even understand, like you say, like how to be a good partner.
Yeah.
How to communicate. How to listen.
I feel you. You know, it's so much we don't know. You know, we can build a whole new world off everything. Me and you don't know. The experiences that we have are going to lend to, you know, that knowledge that we lack, and then we're going to apply it, and that's wisdom. Then we're going to understand why we should apply it, that's understanding. You know, it comes eventually, you know, if you're really looking for and willing to take accountability for
That's a word right there.
For your thinking.
Is there an experience, whether it be like with family, kids, and music, relationship, that has taught you the most about love?
Time I'm single, and there was just this guy who seemed interested in me, and I didn't do anything. I just, you know,
It's being.
yeah, according to the culture, you were supposed to be the receiver, so I tried it. And I just didn't do anything. He made all the plans, dates, and calls. I just let it happen here. And where we were going was yoga. Those were our dates. Or some kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
And inside the date, we were inside of our own practice. We weren't together there. We were together, but we weren't together there. We were doing our own practice. And it was, wow, after a few weeks of this, that's all it was. And that's all it ever was. I thought to myself, that is the most loving anyone has ever been to. Isn't that loving?
That's the deepest love.
Nothing else. You guys have a tissue?
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And I thought about that, and it changed my perspective on what love is. You know, that was what love looks like to me in my mind. Love looks like kindness. It looks like gentleness. It looks like consideration. It looks like encouragement. Yeah.
I don't think I've had one that frame yet. I feel like it was always the opposite for me. I was always the one being considerate, giving, putting myself first. And I think people take advantage of your kindness.
Why wouldn't they? I would.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, you gonna keep giving it to me? I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be anything. You just gonna keep giving it to me?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. And then, am I gonna be the bad guy?
See, I think that's the question too. I was hung up on it. It felt like, if you love me, why would you take it? But I see your point too. Like, you have to make your own requirements and not expect people to see.
Yeah. That's the big B word. Boundaries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. These, like, you decide these are my things, you know, and no one's going to get me out of my seat because all of my things are here. And I guess inside of relationships, if you sense someone is trying to insult your intelligence or take advantage of your kindness or anything like that, your boundaries are what reel you back in and say, you sit here, because we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing.
Okay.
So it can't be their fault anymore.
No, it can't.
Ever again.
And even feeling like that, I always, you can't.
Yeah.
I always said it's a mirror for me more than anything.
That's right.
Right? So now it's no matter how hard you hurt and how much you want people, that you have to always look at, what did I allow them to do?
Yeah. People got their own experiences. They do. They really do. And with that knowledge, we can kind of take them out of the scenario completely. Mm-hmm. You know? Now it's all me and what I do. Yeah. That kind of
create the experience that we want to have.
Yeah. By sticking to your thing. You know, that's how you do the same things you're always doing, except you add boundaries to that.
Yeah.
It'll be real cute.
You ever had issues letting go?
Oh, yeah.
Does it get easier, or you just go through the process? Like,
letting go. It's as hard for me as it is for any other person. Right on. Yeah. It's hard, especially if you really liked it or you were addicted to it or something. But letting go involves doing a tremendous amount of work. Yeah. It's called shadow work. Mm-hmm. And it's what other people won't see. And it involves a great deal of integrity. It will out. You know. The hardest thing for me is to leave a situation that I'm enjoying, that I know is not very fruitful. But I also know it's okay to feel bad about doing the right thing. Yeah. Because that means you were loving genuinely. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, you are.
What has being a mother taught you about love?
Let's see. A mother has taught me, I don't know love without being a mother, really. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought I knew what it was until I really had something to consider besides myself, something outside myself, in a real way. Mm-hmm. You know, being responsible for someone's food, clothing, and shelter. First, you're their hotel. Then you're their restaurant. You know, it's
right.
Yeah, when you're responsible. I know love grows from that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's a natural instinctual thing moms have too, you know. I remember my children's cry being like a trigger to me. Like just the slightest thing in my back would just go into a spasm.
Yeah, connected.
We were connected, you know, and have always had that invisible umbilical cord connection.
I think about my mom, and she's so giving like that, nurturing, wants to feed everybody, house everybody. And I've learned to be that in her same way. But at the same time, like you say, I had to learn boundaries, because I just think it's important, I think, for me to share and tell people that it isn't so important to put yourself first. I had a chance to be a mom, and I chose not to. It wasn't my choice, because I said that was one thing I would never do, but it was to protect him, because the situation was complicated. And it's probably one of the things I regret the most, you know, and especially too, it's really dope for me to see like you being a mother and so many women in this industry really taking that on. Is there one song or lyric that you have that you feel like is the most profound and stands out? Like for me now, it's probably 3 a.m. You were like my second adolescence.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me that's a life lesson, second, third, fourth, because we always continue to evolve in love.
Yeah. It's a heavy song. It's beautiful. When I heard 3 a.m., I was like, oh yeah, I want to get some of this. I want to be in this emotion with her.
What did it make you feel?
Grateful for the lessons that I've learned from the people that I've loved and that have loved me.
Grateful for everyone. They all taught me something.
Yeah.
And I still love everyone that I've had an experience with. Some motherfucking knuckleheads in there, but sure. Always say you gonna come back, and I'm gonna say no.
Yes.
But yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Letting go. Too. I was thinking about that. You were talking about letting go. Letting go is very, very difficult because when you're truly letting go, it's a goodbye. It's a funeral of sorts.
It's a funeral.
And not only are you saying goodbye to the person in the relationship who was a physical person that you touched, it was us. You were together. Not only saying goodbye to that, but you're saying goodbye to the woman that you were. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's difficult. You know, because it's comfortable being her.
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah.
In that moment, I've been trying to put words to the letting go, and it's definitely like a funeral. You mourn people in multiple ways. Mm-hmm. And more, like you say, more yourself because you aren't the same. The experience changes you in a way.
Yeah.
And you get comfortable in that feeling, but I guess the beauty is that I don't know what's on the other side, but I'll figure it out.
Here's the thing, you don't know what's on the other side.
That's the exciting part.
It's very exciting. The possibilities are really exciting. After all of these wonderful things that have happened for you in your life, you have the opportunity to express yourself through your voice, and it's your dream. Writing, sharing, all these beautiful sculptures in the form of poetry, that people are receiving. It's just such a blessing. What makes Rapsody happy?
I think every day having an opportunity, to give more, to love more, to do the things that bring me joy. My relationships, you make me so happy. People that I can pour into and that pour into me in return. Having family. I appreciate time so much more now. That's the biggest currency to me, that you have time. Mm-hmm. And again, to live and lose people, you just realize the beautiful things of life, and they're the most simple things. Yeah. Those are the things that bring me so much joy now. Yeah. Waking up, taking a deep breath, going to work out, that makes me happy. Yeah. Being able to laugh.
Yes.
I love to laugh with the homies. Yeah. And to get better every day. Yeah. And my relationship with God. Yes. That's been the biggest transformation in me. I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and your parents teach you what they teach you. When I was 17, my mom was like, "You going to the Kingdom Hall today?" I said, "Not today." And she said, "I taught you everything that I could teach you. Now you have to make the truth in your relationship with God your own."
Yeah.
And I think at that age, like, I heard it, but I didn't receive it. Like, I've received it in the last 3 or 4 years. And that has brought me the most peace and joy and happy, because you learn that when you operate from love, life is so beautiful.
Yeah. So, love is the drum.
The drum. It's the beat. Yeah. Gives everything. That's the thing. Everything moves to the rhythm.
And get on the beat.
Yeah, get on the beat. That's a fly analogy. Thank you. I love you.
I want to give you a gift.
Okay.
And then on people's shows, you always give a gift. I'm a guest of your show. I really enjoy holding space with you on your show. And I wish you all of the things that you can dream of. And I want to give you this gift.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's just a rock.
But it took time for this rock to be formed, and it had to go through some things. Thank you for this gift.
You're welcome. This rock represents everything and nothing, because it's just a rock to some people. Mm-hmm. But for some people, it's the missing piece that will dam waters that are flowing through. It's a magic rock.
Because you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now because you have,
I'm going to hold on to it.
okay.
You got to sign it or something.
All right, I'll do that.
Word to the rock.
Love you.
I love you more. Facebook stars.
All right, you see.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Thank you for always making me laugh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go DJ. You wanna come?
Hell yeah. I'm in the party.
Do it.
Fun.